My name is Robert Plemons, and this is my corporate crisis presentation number two. I chose to do my topic over Twitter um, and their scandal. It wasn't huge, but basically it was Twitter going in and canceling a bunch of conservatives, taking away their accounts. Um, and I wrote this to make my audience aware of the power that big tech companies have, such as Facebook, Google, Twitter, Instagram. A lot of them are actually under the same company. Facebook and Instagram and Google are actually all owned by Mark Zuckerberg, and a lot of them have been known to cancel many conservatives. And my purpose is to explain that they're censoring people based on their political beliefs, and I believe that everyone should have the right to express their feelings, um, as long as they're using the appropriate language and they're not condoning violence or hate. In today's political environment, it seems like everyone is one-sided. This seems to be the case online with big tech companies. The company I chose is Twitter. They have been canceling many conservatives in the last few years based solely on their conservative views. I'm not going to get into whether I am Democrat or conservative. That's not at all what this is about. I just want to bring awareness that companies do have the power to do this and that this kind of needs to be stopped because if they have the power to cancel someone like our former president, they have the power to cancel anyone. It could be me or you next. Some examples of people they have canceled are rapper Nicki Minaj over her anti-vaccine comments and the former president of the United States, Donald Trump. On Twitter, many people have been removed or banned based on their beliefs. Um, excuse me. I'll be looking at three websites to explain what Twitter is doing. These websites include bbcnews.com, USA Today, and yahoo.com. And my points I'll be talking about are: in a free country, is censorship taking away our free speech? Why is this problem only happening to conservatives? And does Twitter and other big tech companies have too much power? Different views is what makes America the land of the free. In a lot of countries, people aren't allowed to worship freely, speak their mind, choose their job, etc. This freedom is what America was founded on, and this is why the original founders fought Britain was to be in a free country and not have to pay taxes or attend Catholic Church. Free speech, in my opinion, is necessary for democracy. That's how we can step up to government officials that we don't agree with. That is the most peaceful way we can do it, and that is necessary for our country, whether it be on social media or out in the street. And the problem has only been happening to conservatives, as far as what I could find online. During the Trump administration, Snoop Dogg, the rapper, put out a video calling for the former president's death, and nothing happened to him. He was still allowed to continue posting. The rapper Nicki Minaj put out a statement sharing some side effects of the COVID vaccine that a family member of hers got. And she wasn't saying not to get the vaccine or to get it. She was just saying what she had been told, speaking her mind and sharing her opinion, and she was actually suspended from Twitter, according to Yahoo Live. I don't think anyone should be suspended over sharing side effects of a vaccine that a family member have gotten. That is definitely taking away free speech. Twitter continues to let Taliban run a page on Twitter, but not the former president. In my opinion, companies like Twitter should not be allowed to restrict the current or any former president of the United States. It is a shame that the former president is not allowed to have an account, but a terrorist group is. According to BBC, new users have been suspended for sharing our former president's post. According to USA Today, his Twitter was taken down due to the January 6 riots that occurred at the U.S. Capitol. Looking over the tweet, there was no evidence, in my opinion, that Trump had anything to do with the riots or with the violence that occurred. It was definitely his supporters that did it, and it is a shame that that happened, and it should have never happened. But based on the evidence I found, he was not inciting those riots, um, and he actually spoke out against the riots that day. And in today's environment, everyone is one-sided. People are either super far left or super far right. That seems to be the case with big tech companies. I chose to talk about Twitter. I chose to talk about um, why how they are canceling free speech and why that should not happen. Why it is only happening to conservatives, and does Twitter have too much power? I believe they do. And I just want everyone to sit back and think, regardless of what political party you belong to, should Twitter be allowed to do this? Should our free speech be taken away based solely on our political views? Thank you.